morning, everybody. How you doing? I'm Sean Lutz. I'm coming from you from See the Light Studios here in Dallas, Texas. Today is October 13th, 2025. Today is going to be episode number 10 from See the Light Studio Sports Brief. Let's just get into it right away. By the way, today is Columbus Day, so happy Columbus Day, and it's also Thanksgiving in Canada, so happy Thanksgiving for all the Canadians out there. But anyway, we're going to jump right into the MLB. The championship series got off last night in Toronto, where the Mariners, fresh off that 15-inning Game 5 series against the Detroit Tigers, and then unpacking, and then Seattle and the Toronto for the championship series for the American League. It was Game 1 got underway last night. Man, the crowd in Toronto, they were up and amped as expected. They got rewarded with a run early. Got their crowd going with a solo shot at the bottom of the first. It was a 1-0 all the way going into the 6th inning, where Rowley tied it up with another solo shot for the Mariners. And that was a bomb. That ended up going 420 feet. And then later in the inning, they had Polanco showing up, star player showing up for the Mariners. Anyway, he got a single, drove in the leading run. It turned out to be the game winner. It was 2-1 then. And Polanco again later in the 8th got the insurance run with drove in another run, made it 3-1. That was the final. Seattle walks out of there. It's going to walk out of there with at least a split. Game 2 will be tonight. This is going to be on Fox. It's going to be on 5:03 Eastern time, and it's Game 2. Today it's going to be a doubleheader in the championship series with both leagues playing. Seattle Toronto Game 2. We got the starters are going to be Gilbert. Man, it's going to be a good showdown. Gilbert versus is it Savage, and this is going to be on Fox and FS1. I don't know, man. Best of 7 series. You got Seattle and their star players heating up. Naylor didn't do nothing last night, but he did in the games 4 and 5 against the Tigers. Then you had Polanco. He was all throughout that series. Julio heating it up. So Seattle's going to give him a run for the money, but best of 7, great series. Toronto is a tough team. Going to be a good game tonight, and see what it's going to look like heading back into Seattle for a travel day. But starting up for the National League tonight, we got the LA heading into Milwaukee. This is going to be a good series, man. These are 2 really strong teams. But this is going to be at 8:08 p.m. That game, these games are on TBS and HBO Max. But starters are going to be Snell and still to be determined, undecided for Milwaukee. That's going to be Game 1. Look for that to see who's going to jump out early. This is, in Milwaukee. They're tough at home. Make note for the real good scorecard keeper right behind home plate. But anyway, Game 2 for that one is going to be tomorrow. The American League is a travel day as they head back into Seattle for Game 3. But that's going to be doing it for today for the Major League Baseball. Man, playoffs have been awesome. I anticipate these also being awesome for the championship series. Doesn't get any better than a best of 7. But anyway, bring it into the Columbus Day U.S. and Canadian Thanksgiving holidays today for the 13th. Big day in the NHL. A lot of day games going on today. These start off at 12:30 Eastern with Colorado and Buffalo. Yeehaw! Uh, and they're all day games. The little late game wraps up in Chicago tonight at 8:30 Eastern as Utah heads in there. But the game for me is the original six matchup at 2 o'clock with mighty Detroit Red Wings and the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is fresh off a home and home. The first game was in Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. Detroit spanked them. And there's, when you play these rivalry games and somebody gets spanked, there's some bad blood. Look for some interesting things going on today. It's going to be 2 o'clock Eastern time. All these games are free on ESPN Plus if you got the package. If you have center ice package, you can cancel it. You don't need it. But that's the NHL for today. And then later tonight in the NFL, we got the doubleheader Monday Night Football. Got the first game starting up at 7:15 Eastern. We got Buffalo heading into Atlanta. Buffalo's 4-1 with Atlanta 2-2. Monday Night Football, baby, you got to watch them. But I look for Buffalo. They're just scary good. They're one of my favorite teams to watch, by the way, too. And then the second game of the doubleheader is Chicago at Washington Redskins. I still call them Redskins. That one's going to be at 8:15 Eastern, and that one is on ABC. First game is ESPN, but they're interchangeable. Same network, Disney. Chicago's 2-2. Washington's 3-2. Monday Night Football, baby. You got to hang in there and watch them. But anything can happen towards the end, so hang in and watch. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to watch me some sports today and take it easy. I hope you guys get somebody got Columbus Day off and they're enjoying these games as well. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching and see the light.